Hello everyone. Okay, today we are going to be looking at the where clause or the where command as part of the series of the SQL fundamentals that we have been looking into. If you have not watched my previous video, I would encourage you to go and watch those first before starting this. I will put the link to the playlist in the description below. Okay, so now I taught you guys in my previous video select statement, from statement, distinct statement, and the limit statement. So today we are going to be looking at the where clause. What is where clause, or when do we use the where clause or the where commands? Okay, this is usually used when you are trying to filter a column based on a specified conditions. Okay, if you have a particular table and you want specific rows to be returned, you can do that by applying some set of conditions to filter the result. What do we mean? Let us take a look at an example right here before we go into pgadmin. Let's say this is my table. Okay, I have name, I have age, I have gender. Okay, these are the names, these are the age of the corresponding folks, and this is the agenda as well, male, male, female. Okay, and this is before applying a filter, which, like I said, you use your where clause to filter. Okay, so but let's assume I want to see only the female. If you look at this, we have three names right here, and how many female we have? Only one, and that person is Susan. So that means that if I apply a filter on gender that I only want female, what will I be having? If I filter on gender that I want only female, then I'm going to be seeing only Susan as my result. There are so many. As a matter of fact, where clause is a major clause that you need to know very well. Okay, so let's assume also I want to filter on, let's say, age. I want to filter on age. As you can see in this table right here, we have the age 37, 20, 40. Okay, let's assume I only want to see folks that are above 20 years of age. Okay, what would I have? If I want to filter for that, I will only be seeing John and Susan, because John and Susan are above 30 years of age. Can you now see what I'm talking about right here? Where clause is a very important clause that you need to master very well, because so many times you don't want to see all the rows in your data. You only want to see specific rows, like this one I showed right here. You only want to see rows that those folks are just only female, or you want to see rows that you only have the age to be above 20. Okay, and there are different operators that we use in achieving this, that we call comparison operators and also logical operators. As part of this video, we are not going to be looking at all the operators, but in the next subsequent videos we are going to be looking at the rest. But as part of this video, we are going to be looking at these first 6 operators: equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal, less than or equal, or this not equal, which could be this sign. You could use this sign, or you could use this sign right here. You also have like, in, between, and, or, not. We are going to be looking at all these different operators later, but take note, these ones right here are comparison operators. It helps you to compare things, right? Then logical operators like boolean, right? It's going to be giving you some boolean result. So you have logical operators right here. All right, okay guys, let us dive into pgadmin. Let us look at practical situations. Okay, let's code out something. So bring out your pgadmin. For those of you that have installed it previously according to my video, if you have not done that, I would encourage you, go back to my previous video again and download, install pgadmin and install the data. I have shown that as part of my previous video. Okay guys, let us look at, for practice right now, let us first of all look at the actor table. Okay, let us come right here and do a select star, which I've taught you previously. Select star from actor. We want to look at all the columns in the actor table. Let us run. Very good. As you can see, we have the actor ID, first name, last name, first name, last update. Okay, but let's assume that I only want to see, as you can see, this is giving us how many rows? 200 rows right here. But let us assume that we want to see only the rows that have actor ID equals to 9. Okay, I want to have the first name, the last name, and the actor ID of actor ID equals to 9. How do we write that? So I'm going to say select. I can say select actor ID. Okay, comma. I can have this. I can then say first name, right? Then I can say last name. Remember, don't put comma at the last side, right? At the last column rather. Then from actor, now you're going to put your where clause right here. Take note of the order. Select, from, where. Do not type your where before from. Some folks can make that mistake. No, don't do that. There is a sequence with which you write these commands. Select, where you write your columns. From, that's the table, right? Then you say where. Now, what do we want to do? Put as our where. Remember, I said where what? Where the actor ID column is equal to 9. Then I can say actor ID, this actor ID right here. So where actor ID equals to 9. So now let us run that. That means we expect that only the row or rows that have actor ID equals to 9 should be returning. Okay, let us run. Remember, we have 200 rows here before. Let us run. Very good. Can you see now, guys? We only have one row that is actor ID. So that means if I'm interested in only that person that has actor ID equals to 9, then this is how I'm going to get it. Okay, very good, guys. You can also practice using different. You can practice using name or the actor ID. Let's look at more examples for you to better understand this concept. Let's assume also that we want to look at the film table. Film. Let's go to the film table. Okay. First of all, let us first of all look at what do we have in our film table. Let's just look at our film table. Okay, we have the film ID, title, description, release year, language ID, rental duration. Okay, look at all the different columns that we have right here. If I want to expand it, I can try to expand this here. Right, so these are the different columns that I have. Okay, let's assume that you have been asked to show title. Okay, you have also been asked to show the length. You have been asked to show the length. You have been asked to show the rental rates. We want to show the title, the length, and the rental rate. Okay, where the length is less than 117. So we have from film. Then we can say because we want to see only the length that is less than 117. If you look at the length right here, we have the length column right here. We have 117, 49, 54, 73. These are the length of the movie. So let's say I don't like to watch a movie that is more than 117 minutes, 117 minutes. So now I want to check what are the videos that are less than 117 minutes, right? So in that case, I can just come here and say where length is less than, if you remember the sign for less than, 117. You see that, guys? So I want to see, I don't want to see all the columns. I only want to see the title column, the length column, the rental rate, that is what's the rental rate, right? And then from the film where the length is less than 117. Let us run. Very good. You can see that right here, guys. that right here, as a matter of fact, let us put, okay, we have the length here, we have the length. Okay, so if you look at it, we have the title, the length. These are the length of the videos that are less than 117. Take note of something, guys. What is the total row here? 515. If I take out this where clause away from here, let me cut it out and let us rerun it. You see, we have 1000 right here, 1000, right? But when we have 1000 rows, but when we apply the filter where length is less than 117, what do we get? We get 515. That means there is nothing that is greater than 117 here. So all these videos that I'm seeing right here, they have a length of less than 117. What about if I want to see length that are greater than 117? All you have to do is just change that to greater than and let us run. You see that right here we have 515. Let us run this now. Good. Now, as you can see, that what do we have here? We have total of 480 rows. That's different from the 515. And then the length, you can see the length 130, 169, 126, 136, 150, 180. These are more than the length of 117. What about if we also want to include 117? As you can see, we are playing with the filters right here. Depending on what we are trying to see, that is what we are putting right here. Let's say I want to watch a movie that is 117 minutes and above. 117 minutes and above. Then I can put greater than or equal to. Can you see the sign I put right there? Where length is greater than or equal to 117. If I run that, that means I expect to see 117. Can you see? 117, 117, 130, 169. That means I have from 117 and above. If I want to do 117 below, you see that 117 below, that's less than or equal to 117. I can also run that. You can see that, guys. 117, 49, 54, 73, 86. That is how you are going to be applying your where clause based on what you are trying to do, guys. I hope you understand that right now. Okay, very good, guys, very good. Another thing I also quickly want to show you is that let's assume that we are looking for, as you can see, we have rental rates here, the amount that the rents, the video rental cost, right? Let's assume that I want a rental rate that is less than $3. You have this one, $4.99, $4.99, $0.99, $2.99. What about if I'm looking for less than $3? Then I can rewrite my where clause and say rental rate is less than what? Less than 3. I want to see the title, the length of the video, the rental rate that is less than $3. Let us run that. Very good. You can see that the total row is 664 and then our rental rate is below $3. You see 0.99, 2.99, 2.99, 2.99. You can see that. Very good. I hope you all understand this right here. Now I also want to look at what about if we want to use our where clause right here to be a string. If you take note of the examples I've been giving, these are examples of numbers, numeric right here. What about if we want to make it to be a string? Let's look at an example, and in that case we are going to be using the customer. Let's say maybe we can use the customer. Yes, let's use the customer table. Let's use the customer table. Okay, first of all, let's have an idea of what the customer table looks like. Customer, and then I will say select star, just to show you guys what the customer table looks like. First, you can see in the customer table we have customer ID, store ID, first name, last name, right? Email address, address ID, active boolean, created date, last updated date, active, right? So now let's assume I want to see the first name, Okay, I want to see the last name, and I also want to see the email, okay, of the person that bears that whose first name is Mary. Let's put it that way. That person whose first name is Mary. So what do? I'll just come here and I say where that column, which column? This column, first name column, okay, equals to what? Mary. Take note, you are going to use single quotes, okay, don't use double quotes right here, use single quotes, okay, otherwise you're going to have some error. Okay, so what are we trying to do here? We are trying to return a row that contains the first name, last name, and email address of anyone whose first name is Mary. Okay, now let us do that. Let us run that. Boom, you can see that, guys. We have the first name Mary Smith as the last name, and this is the email address. Okay, can you now see how easy using the where clause is? Okay, let me give you this homework, guys. I want you to show customer ID, rental ID, staff ID, amount, and payment dates, okay, from the payment table, from this payment table, for amount that is less than $5. Okay, write a query for that and put your query in the comment section below when you have done that. Okay, guys, so in the next class I'm going to be teaching you how to use other operators. Basically what we're going to be learning next is going to be using logical operators, because if you look at what we had today, we only had one condition. We only look at the situation whereby we have only one condition, but there are occasions or many occasions that you want to put two or more conditions together. Take for example, how do you return somebody that has a first name of Mary and last name of Smith, or that has a first name of Mary and email address of a particular thing? Basically what I'm trying to say basically right here is, how do you combine different conditions together? And that is when we are going to be using the logical operators, which we are going to be looking at in the next class. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next class.